Hello and welcome back to the monthly pickups, where this is the second last of the monthly pickups. So in case you don't know, I'm going to call it quits on these. At 90, um, doing 90 versions of pickups videos since the start of my channel, I've had enough. And I'm just not picking up anything as well. He says as he's looking at a sizable stack of things. But that's technically, it's only 3 physical media. The other 2 are books and 1 toy. So that's what I'm kind of have to resort to, because I'm not picking up as much physical media um, as I would like. So I'm gonna have to incorporate other things that I collect. Like the action figures and the books. Because in case you've missed my Darren Shan reviews, the Saga of Darren Shan, I've been reading. I want to get to 50 books by the end of the year, and as of filming this on the 11th, I just finished the novelization of The Wrath of Khan, which I will do a review of, but it won't be out anytime soon. Probably July, with how I have things scheduled. Any whoosies. So, what did I pick up? Not necessarily this week, because I have something from previously. So to start off with, because it's all TV shows, and then books. So to start off with, the very first thing I picked up for €4 was The Young Offenders Season 1. I loved the movie, and I loved Series 1, and that's kind of where I stopped. It's not that I couldn't get into it, I didn't have the time to watch, continue watching and all that stuff. So I do want to give it another fair shot. So I seen it for €4. I thought I'll pick it up. I do want to get a hold of the movie as well, at some point, but I'll keep my eye out for it. So Star Trek. As you know, I love my Star Treks. I'm very close to having almost a complete set of everything. So what I was missing was 2 seasons from DS9, and then a bunch from the modern Treks. I can now safely say I can cross off Deep Space Nine from that list. And boy, was it expensive. So, for a grand total of €38 for the 2, I picked up the last 2 seasons of Deep Space Nine that I needed, because they got traded into my local CEX. And that being Season 2 and Season 3. So now I have both. Season 2 was €18. Season 3 was €20. So you can see why I held off on buying these for so long, because if I was to buy these from the website, add on an extra €4 each for delivery. So that's add on an extra €8 to that. So what would that be? €46 plus shipping for these. But thankfully they were in my local, so I picked them up there. I tested all the discs, because I obviously checked them, and there were some that I was questioning, but I was like, okay, let me just, before I bring these back, let me just test them, see if they work, and go from there. So I put the discs in that I thought were questionable. I clicked on the first episode and booted up to the menu, clicked on the first episode, watched up until the title, the opening, and then I was like, okay, it works. Now, one of which my Xbox didn't read straight away, so I took it out, I cleaned it a bit off of my trouser leg, put it back in, and it worked. Then the last disc that I tested froze for a bit during, and so I took it out, clean, it did the same thing, put it back in, and it played up until the credits, no problem. So that's why I'm keeping them, because it'll be a while before I go to rewatch Deep Space Nine. So then we get to yesterday. Yesterday I took a trip into town because I needed to pick up a few things, and so I went hunting. In one charity shop, I got a little toy for €1. It's a little Pokemon McDonald's toy, and that is for Piplup here. Piplup is a starter Pokemon that is from one of my favorite generations. and that's why I picked up the little guy. Because just look at him. He's a little guy. You can't go wrong with a little guy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy to have him with the rest of my Pokemon toy collection. So yeah, that was €1. Then in another charity shop, I reviewed this film 2 years ago now, I want to say, and it's based off of it's based off of the book that's based off of real events of what happened, and that is Philomena's. So this obviously has the artwork for the movie poster, with Steve Goonan and Dame Judi Dench. So I've already watched the film and I loved it. And so as soon as I seen the book in that charity shop for €2.50, I was like, okay, this is probably going, this one will take me a while, because normally when it comes to books that are around 150 to 250 pages, it takes me about 2 to 3 days to read them. I read on average, I like to say, about 70 to 100 pages per day. So this book is around 400. 452 pages. And that's split into 5 different parts, and then there's also a foreword from Dame Judi Dench, as well as a prologue for it. So yeah, I will get around to this eventually, but that's not going to be the next book that I'm going to be moving on to. I went into Bookstation, which is a small little book shop in Navan, and they tend to have what's considered classic works of literature. I don't know why I can't say literature. I'm dyslexic. Moving on. And I picked up, Dante's Inferno from that, because they're reasonably priced. And so for €3, I picked up Robert Louis Stevenson's The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I was surprised at how small of a book this was when I picked it up, because I thought it was going to be, 200-300 pages. But to my surprise, it isn't. It's actually 88 pages. So from start to finish, it is 88 pages from chapter 1 to finish, which again I was very surprised about. So this is actually going to be my next read, because I can probably knock it out in maybe a day or two, and so that's why it's an easy read for me. But that is all that I have for the moment. 2 box sets, 1 DVD, and 2 books. So let's see what else I can pick up for the rest of this month. Okay, it is the 15th. I'm filming this the same day that I went to see Final Destination Bloodline, and I actually have a decent sized stack here. 2 video games, 1 VHS, 1 Blu-ray, and 1 TV show. So yeah, that's all I have. This is what I have. And again, far more than I expected for this. So let's start off, as always, in chronological order of when I acquired these things. So starting off with is the Halo 4 limited edition Xbox 360 game. If you hear some cars going, I have my bedroom windows open, so that's why. So yeah, there's a steelbook in here, but it also comes with a whole bunch of fancy nifty little things. So this cost me €2.50, which is the same price that the normal edition is. That I got I paid for this sweet limited edition. So there's a magnet there, and then so lifting it up, we straight away will start off with the Halo 4 Steelbook, which looks really nice. I probably will need to clean it up a bit, No manual, unfortunately. This does not come with a manual. Well, there's disc 1 and disc 2, which I'm not even sure what disc 2 is. Could be bonus features, could be multiplayer for all I know, because I know one of the Halos had to do that. But yeah, and then some of the other stuff that it comes with here, which this is already opened, unfortunately. It's this little thing there, little details on the bottom there, which is attention, Spartan Gabriel Thorn, Fire Team Majestic, mission briefing, do not remove from S-Disc, read and destroy. And then so there is the mission briefing, you know, because this takes place a good while after the events of Halo 3, which is the only Halo game that I ever played to completion. I played them all, but I never, you know, finished any of them except for Halo 3. Then we have this other bit here. This has a bunch of codes in it that I'm pretty sure are already used. Then we have a poster. So it's actually my first time seeing this. And ooh, this looks kind of cool. So we have just the basics there, but when I flip it over, we get to look at the Spartan armor. So yeah, that looks that's pretty cool. Because you can see that I already have a Halo 3 poster stuck up there. So how am I going to fold this up? Hold on, I'm rubbish at this. I kind of got it, but it'll do. It'll do. And then the last thing we have here is this little booklet. Oh wait, just noticed the hard thing on the back. Oh, because I never went into more of it. So we have this little thing right here, which is another letter, like so. And then we have even more writing. So this kind of like, excuse me, kind of goes in through a lot of stuff. So that's basically it. So for €2.50, I can't complain. I won't complain because it is so fucking cool. Especially for like the Steelbook alone is one of the main reasons why I bought it, because you know me, cheap Steelbooks, I'ma pick them up. So yeah, that's what I got. Then I've already filmed my opening for this, so it was done early on this month, but I finally got something that I've been, searching for a while, and that is the VHS copy of Star Trek First Contact. My favorite Star Trek movie, my second favorite movie of all time, and the best Star Trek movie, don't at me. I love this movie. We've talked enough about how much I love this movie, but the fact that I finally have it on VHS is something that I'm very happy about, because I have literally been wanting this forever. Ever since I got that TV behind me, I've been wanting it because, like I said, it's something that I would love to see on VHS, because I've only ever seen the DVD version of it and the Blu-ray version of it. I still own the Blu-ray. But yeah, I'm very happy about it. I tested it out. It does indeed work. Obviously, I showed it off in the package opening video, and that cost me €9, free postage. And yeah, because like if I was to buy, like I could have bought it from England at any time, and I had one saved in my my eBay watches. But what kept stopping me from going for it is the shipping prices from England. I would have been paying. I would have probably got it for like €3, €4, €5, but then the shipping and handling would have been 15, 10, 15, €20. So then it's just not worth it for spending that much on a VHS. And then on top of that, I could be hit with import fees as well, ordering from England. So there's a lot of deterrent reasons why I just didn't bother with it. And I got lucky that I got it in locally as well. So now we move on to today. where I picked up three things: one Blu-ray, another video game, and a TV show that I'm really hoping that I don't have. But looking at my set there, I definitely don't. So the Blu-ray is Bohemian Rhapsody. I watched this for the very first time this year, and I loved it. And like I got around to it because I kept seeing clips of it on my on TikTok. I was like, you know what? I think it's about time that I check out Bohemian Rhapsody, and I'm glad that I did because it's a good, enjoyable film. For someone who isn't a massive fan of Queen, who knows next to nothing about Freddie Mercury and the time, and just went to put the sticker in a rubbish bag that's there. So yeah, I managed to get it with the slip, which is good because normally my CEX tends to throw them out with the slip. And apparently it has experienced a full live-age performance not seen in cinema. I actually really do like the look of the disc because it looks like a vinyl record, which not many Blu-rays do have disc arts, which is very happy that this does, and it looks really, really cool. So yeah, happy to have that in my collection. And then the video game is one that I've bought before, but I traded it in, and then I got it today because my course, we're doing a gardening project, and it's made me think about playing this particular game. So I got the Rare Replay, which has over 30 plus games. And the main reason I bought it is so that I can play Viva Pinata, because that's just one of the best Rare games that they've ever made. And I will gladly die on that hill. So yeah, that's why I picked it up, was to add in my collection. It's only because I was thinking about it today that I had a look, and yet they definitely had it. And so then the last thing I have for right now is the complete 5th season of Scrubs, which covers the 100th episode, as I can tell from the bonus features on the back. The bonus features includes an extended cut of the 100th episode, audio commentaries on commercials, deleted scenes, and much, much more. I've talked enough about this show whenever I pick up the seasons. I love this show. A lot of people did. Don't talk to me about season 9 because season 9 does not exist in this house. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. Let's see what I can get to wrap up this month. I'll be back in a second for you, longer for me. Okay, so it's been a day or two since I last filmed, and I took a trip up to Dublin. Did I do a live DVD and Blu-ray hunt? Did I shite? The main reason I went up to Dublin was for an event where I got to meet my favorite author, and I got a bunch of books signed, as well as my Blu-ray version. So if you want to check that out, just go back a couple of videos. You'll find it. It has the thumbnail of me being choked. But whilst I was up there, I did, of course, go have a look around. And I got a few things. A book, a toy, a DVD, and 2 Blu-rays. One of them being a Steelbook. So, yeah, the very first thing I got was in Liffey Street CEX. Now, I did go into HMV, and I was going to buy Star Trek Section 31 on Blu-ray. They didn't have it. I was so annoyed about that, because I was going to buy it there and then. I didn't care that it was €22 and when I could have gotten it cheaper on Amazon. I wanted it. I was there. I wanted it. I was going to get it. Didn't have it. They had the 4K and the DVD. I'm like, I'm not going to go for the DVD when I have the rest of them are Blu-rays. The rest of the Star Trek films that I have are Blu-rays. So I'll hold out a bit. But I did go, as I said, into Liffey Street CEX. And the only thing that they had there was, again, I said I wasn't going to collect the Pokemon movies. But this is one of my favorites, and that is The Rise of Darkrai. So for €15, I picked up The Rise of Darkrai, which is one of my favorite mythicals, not legendaries. And I really enjoy the movie. If you hear my cat meowing, it's because he's being a little bitch. He's looking for attention. I'll give him attention when I go downstairs. So then I went, as I was heading, to Parnell Street, which is where the Darren Shannon event was. There was a Smith's on my way, so I was like, okay, I'll stop into Smith's. And I did pick up a toy, and it is Dragon Ball related, and so it is apparently from Dragon Ball Super, and that is Super Saiyan Goku from the battle with Frieza. I'm assuming, or something, because his clothes are very tattered. So of course this was a tenner as well. So uh, obviously I'm going to take it out because I want to display him. So let me just put these on the desk. I have a bag over to the side there. But yeah, his belt seems to be able to come off. So yeah, here he is. So the head can move, has a ball joint, and then of course the arms, and then the leg, the knees, and stuff. Obviously he can't do the Kamehameha because he doesn't have the hands for it. But still, this is pretty cool, and it's an official Goku that I actually own now. So I'll display it behind me there. So yeah, I'm very happy to have that. So after the event, it was in the Darren Chan event, we got a €5 off Chapters book voucher, because that's where it's held. It's held in Chapters up in Dublin, and so the whilst I was waiting there, because I got there for 11 o'clock, the event wasn't for 12. I had my eye on this the entire event. I was like, okay, when this event is over, I'm gonna buy this book, and that is this beautiful version of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now, as I said, I haven't read the book, but now that I have this beautiful edition, I'm gonna make sure that I do, because just look at how beautiful this looks, honestly. So yeah, I look forward to giving that a gander at some point. And then I went into Westmoreland Street CEX, and found two things. I did go into Georgia Street CEX, but they didn't have anything. And I really, really did look, but unfortunately they didn't have anything. But in Westmoreland Street CEX, for €20, I picked up The Emperor's New Groove, which is one of my absolute favorites as a kid. So obviously I'm going to want to have it in my collection. So let me just actually put the disc in. There's no disc art, unfortunately. But oh well. And then the last thing that I have for right now, I already own the standard Amore Blu-ray of this, but as soon as I saw it there, it is kind of a bit scuffed on top, but I was like, fuck it, it's other than the little bit of dings at the top, I'm still going to pick it up. So it is the Steelbook version of Pixels. So let me take this off real quick so I can try to show you the dings. Let me pause first. Okay, so I got it off as best as I can, but it's where my finger is. You can kind of see it there, but that's the only bit of imperfection that it has on there. So let me grab the disc here, which does have disc art, and then the inside has a bit of artwork as well, and there's also a digital code, which if it works, if you can see it, have at it. And then there's also another little leaflet, but we do see Centipede and I'm blanking on the name, but you get it, stuff from the film. So yeah, that's basically all that I have for this very moment. As we get very close to wrapping up this pickups video, it's gonna be a second for me. Oh, well, not in a second for me. It's gonna be a second for you. I'll see what else I can get for the rest of this month. Okay, so it is the 23rd of May now, which is where I'm gonna wrap this up. Now I could wait. Technically, I could wait until the day before this gets uploaded to wrap up the pickups video, but I decided against that. Because I don't even know if I'm going to pick up anything on Thursday, so I may as well just wrap it up now. And I have no DVDs or Blu-rays to show off to finish this off, because what I have is a few things that I bought from AliExpress. 3 Star Trek related items and 1 Dragon Ball Z related item, which I suppose I'll start off with the statue. So the statue is, of course, Dragon Ball related, and that is of uh, Goku here, um, which kind of doesn't, like, I know you can't really tell because it's a bit blurry, uh, but it doesn't really look like Goku at all. Anyway, doesn't really matter. It's a it's an unofficial thing. Comes with this base plate, which I can never seem to figure out which way he's supposed to stand on it, and then trying to line it up to get both pegs down is something that I just can't seem to do. They just don't seem to want to go in, which again, very typical of when you buy things off of a third-party site. Okay, so I actually did get them on the base plate, but it's still very loose. And it also comes with these little sparkly, to signalize the Super Saiyan 2, I suppose, if you want to go that route. But they're also like very, very loose because there are bits in the back there that you stick it into. But yeah, like it's €4. So I can't really complain too much. So yeah, it's supposed to look something like this, which honestly, for the price that I paid for it, it's pretty cool. I'm happy enough with that. Because it kind of is similar to the Beast Gohan that I have right there. That's an official statue. Now, as for the Dragon Ball, not the Dragon Ball, the Star Trek stuff, I have two more com badges, or badges, to be more precise, and a keyring. So I'm going to show the keyring now, but I'm also going to make sure not to accidentally reveal my house keys, because then someone can easily 3D print, take a screenshot of it, 3D print my actual keys, and anyway, it is this. It's a little diecast Enterprise D that I got on AliExpress. So yeah, it's like, I know I'm showing off a little bit of my keys there, but that it's fine. There's not much of it. But honestly, it's not bad. Again, like all of this that I got is pretty good. So far for my com badges, because I'm actually going to be able to look at them. Was going to go grab them, but I don't want to do that just yet. Actually, no, fuck it. I will. Why not? I'll give a quick little roll call of all the badges that I have for my collection so far before I show off the ones that I have for right now. So what I had previously was, of course, the TOS one that I got off of Wish. That's my longest serving one. Last year's Navan Comic Con, I got the TNG badge plus the Voyager badge, and then from either AliExpress or Wish, I got the Future badge, which has also been canonized in the likes of Star Trek Prodigy. So I have a decent collection, but there's still some that I'm missing. So the first one that I have here is actually would be seen on the Monster Maroon uniforms, and that, of course, is Kirk's badge, or the Delta that that you'd wear with the Monster Maroon, that we also see being placed on Kirk's burial at the end of Generations. And to be honest, it's a pretty good badge. Now, again, you're not really seeing a clear image of it. Hopefully, if I can remember in editing to actually pull up some of the photos that I took, so you can actually see these things a lot clearer. So yeah, that's another one that I need. So that's the bridges the gap between the original series to Next Gen Season 1. And then the last one that I have here is actually from Star Trek Discovery, from Season 3 onwards, from the 32nd century. And it's not actually a captain's one, because remember, in Discovery, the pips were actually added onto the badges. So I actually have an Admiral's badge here. So here it is. This is the Star Trek Discovery section. It's 32nd century comm badge, tricorder, what have you, all in one. And then you can kind of see there the 5 pips here represent an admiral. So yeah, that's all I have for this month. So only one more pickups video to go, and then that's gonna be it. I'll be stopping doing the monthly pickups. Won't go back to weekly, so it might be an odd time thing if I have something really, like if I've got a few cool things to show off. But that is going to wrap this video up. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all here tomorrow night for, of course, the season finale review of Doctor Who, which I'm going to hopefully be in the cinema to see. If not, of course, I'll be watching it when it goes live on BBC One instead. And yeah, I'll catch you all next time for that one.